Hey guys, welcome back to Inside Gaming's extended coverage here at Gamescom. We're with our friend Dan here from Ubisoft, where we're checking out Far Cry 3. I will say this right off the bat, biggest surprise of the show for me right now, because I didn't realize what you guys were demoing, and it's open world. And I've already told you this, but it feels like Skyrim with guns.
Yeah, it's a huge compliment. Huge compliment. That's what we're looking for. We're looking for people to be able to. People are getting their hands on the demo, and the first thing they're saying is, "Where do I go?" Where do you go? Go. It's open world. Have fun. It's Far Cry.
It's truly open world, where Far Cry 2 experimented with that idea, and Far Cry 1 kind of gave you the idea that you were doing it, where there were invisible borders. This one feels like it's a huge world, and you can kind of go anywhere. And according to my friends over here, I never did one mission.
No.
I was picking plants and shooting people and taking out hostages and stuff. I don't know if people are aware that it is an actual open world game, because you guys have demoed the single player level, you did the co-op, and now people are finally starting to see like what it truly is. Why did it take you this long to show this part?
It's really interesting. When you're at some events, it's you only get 4 or 5 minutes to get somebody's attention. And this time we wanted to make sure that we came in here and you could sit down for half an hour, and you could just play with the toy. And so letting people come in and play the game and be able to, and realizing exactly what you're realizing, which is, I didn't even play a mission. I went through and I climbed a tower, and then I went to an outpost, and then I took over the outpost, and then it responded by being my world. I got to own that outpost, and then I got to get my attachments and go out and quest and go out and basically build and use the economy system, and people are loving it.
One mission, I hunted a bear. I got $100 for going out into a cave and shooting a bear in the face, which I had to use a really crappy shotgun. Thanks for making me do that. But that was one of the most tense things that I did this entire show. And that was just a side quest. That was just fun. I'm guessing you have a lot of those in the game.
A ton of them. A ton of them. I mean, hunting's a big part of what we want to be able to do. We imagine that if Jason went over there, if you or I went over there, we would have to survive. We'd have to. And the thing is, it's about enticements, right? It's about adventure. It's about the idea that you go out there and you explore. If you're a hardcore shooter fan and you love Far Cry and you come on board and you find yourself bombing from mission to mission, great. But the enticements, those little points of interest, the hunting, all the different things to do with the Rakia warriors, your tattoo, everything that Jason can do, plus co-op, plus PvP, plus you can actually build your own Far Cry with the in-game editor. There's a lot to offer.
Yeah, that sounds pretty huge, actually. And I was one of the few people who actually was a huge fan of Far Cry 2. I thought it was actually one of the biggest genre-defining moments in FPS history, because it did things like it made you human, which I really dug. How much of that is actually carrying over into 3? What feedback did you guys take from the second game and put into part 3?
Yeah, I think the feedback that we got is that Far Cry 2 was an open world that people loved. They loved the procedural fire. They loved the fact that they could really impact their environment. But there were a few tweaks. We know that we wanted to make sure that we had a fast travel system. In a big world, it's important that you get to be where you want to be when you want to be there. We also knew that some folks didn't like malaria, so we pulled it out of the game. And I think the last thing that we tweaked was the idea that if you pick up a weapon and you want to shoot somebody, the weapon's going to work every time. It's not going to degrade, and it's going to be an extension of you.
Gotcha. Oh, yeah, I noticed right off the bat I could upgrade a few weapons, but I didn't have enough money. So I took some necklaces off a dead body and I sold it.
Yeah.
And then I shot a dog. That was. Oh, actually, no. Biggest dynamic moment for me. I went to one of the radio towers.
Okay.
There was a couple guards taking hostages away. I killed both the guards.
Okay.
And then one of the hostages was killed by a dog.
Okay.
That came out of nowhere.
Yeah. It's a living world. It's a living world, right? If you stand on top of the towers and you look out at the world, you see packs of dogs hunting. They're going to be hunting goats. They're going to be hunting pigs. You look off in the distance and you see a panther, and it's going after water buffalo. The water buffalo are grazing, and you just kind of sit there and watch, and you're thinking, what's going to happen next? I mean, we've seen people getting into sort of this almost predatory mode, and they're going around and they're being stealthy and they're looking for folks, and all of a sudden they hear that growl and they become little kids, like, oh my God, where is it? And they turn around, they're shooting into the darkness, and they're like, and there's a panther out there hunting them. It's great.
Well, at one point there was gunfire and dogs barking, and I had to just stop, crouch, and look around.
Yeah, careful.
I feel like this is one of those games where it's what I do is going to be unique to me, and what other people do is going to be unique to them.
Yep.
It is fantastic. You guys have crafted one of the biggest surprises of the show. I'm so surprised, and as a Far Cry fan, I'm very excited. So when can people get their hands on this game? Please tell me it's this year.
It is this December. This December on the PC, the 360, and the PS3.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Dan. I appreciate it.
Man.
Thank you for coming, or having me come to you. The end.